We just witnessed the most terrifying thing about the Phoenix Suns as they took on the Los Angeles Lakers last night, beating them at home on the road at Crypto Arena. And it has just been so fun and refreshing to watch this Suns team continue to give contending teams the absolute business. And we're going to get into exactly how they managed to pull out this win against the Los Angeles Lakers, guys. But before we get into everything, we noticed that 98.4% of you are not subscribed. So please make sure to hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, like, and comment down below about how you feel about the Phoenix Suns this season and their big win against the Los Angeles Lakers last night. And again, guys, it has just been so refreshing to see this squad continue to pull out wins. I mean, Jordan Ott and Brian Gregory have built such a great team here in contrast to the team last year in Bradley Beal and Kevin Durant, who, I mean, they didn't even make the playoffs last year, which is, I mean, crazy enough to say in itself. I kind of got to pinch myself every time I hear that a team like that wouldn't go to the playoffs. But I mean, when Bradley Beal came here, I think everybody and their mother knew that just wasn't going to work out. Everybody questioned that move in its own right. But I mean, just getting into this game, guys, kind of talking about not Bradley Beal and Kevin Durant here, as I know a lot of people don't really want to hear about that at the moment. Let's kind of talk about this Suns win here, where they took on the Los Angeles Lakers and won 125-108. And I mean, taking a look at the box score here with the Suns, we had career highs across the board. Colin Gillespie had 28 points last night, 5 assists on 2 turnovers, 2 steals, 4 rebounds. He shot 8 for 14 from 3, and he had some comments about, a little bit of talking to his teammates there on the bench, and Dylan Brooks had some comments about it as well, and we'll kind of get into that later. Speaking of Dylan Brooks, he had an amazing game last night, shooting 33 points, and he shot 57% from the field. Didn't do great from the 3-point line last night. I mean, he had almost a sub 30 game there, but that's the thing. That's the kind of thing you get with Dylan Brooks sometimes. Sometimes he's hot, sometimes he's cold, but last night he was hot from the field. He actually hit 10 straight shots in a row in the second quarter. And I mean, what a fun game that was to watch from him. I mean, he's a very fun player to watch in his own right, getting jawing with the other players, making sure that they know he's the guy there. And another big thing that happened last night was that Devin Booker went out in the first quarter last night. He had a drive against Jackson Hayes, and he finished, of course, but he did end up injuring, I believe it was his hamstring or his groin, and that was what Jordan Ott said about the injury in itself and kind of how it happened. But he will not return. He did not return for the rest of the night. He was out for the rest of the game. And there's actually a history with Devin Booker and his injuries there. You can see here that Booker has a long history of either a hamstring or a groin injury around this time of year, which is a very surprising stat to see. He's had one in December or January in 7 of the last 9 seasons. So, of course, we hope that Devin Booker gets injured. I mean, there's quite a trend here with the Phoenix Suns in the hamstring injuries. I mean, Jalen Green, who is still out right now, last week or around a month ago it was, he'll be reevaluated in 4 weeks. So hopefully we do get Jalen Green back, who should be back just before or after Christmas, which is going to be great to see, to have him back on the floor. Grayson Allen did not play last night because of an illness, but he did play against the Denver Nuggets, and of course he played well. He is having a great season this year. I mean, just take a look at the Phoenix Suns across the board this year. I mean, 25 points from Devin Booker, 18 from Grayson Allen. Dylan Brooks is averaging 22 points per game. Colin Gillespie adding in 13 points per game. And Mark Williams doing his thing on the boards, 13 points per game and 9 rebounds. I mean, so many players have just been so impactful this year. I mean, taking a look again at this box score here from the Phoenix Suns, Jordan Goodwin is another guy that has been pulling out great plays and game-winning plays here. I mean, he had 13 points, 5 assists, and 3 steals. He's a guy that's been huge and integral to wins this year, especially against the San Antonio Spurs, where they were tripling and doubling Victor Wembanyama, and they were just really making him uncomfortable and making him shoot a sub 30 from the field, which was so refreshing to see from this team. As Jordan Ott and Brian Gregory have really instilled a culture in this team so far this year that hustle and tenacity and determination is just going to win you games, and that really showed tonight against Los Angeles Lakers, as most of their points came from transition or fast break. I mean, they were just the pace overall is what won them the game. They were faster, they were quicker, they wanted it more than the Los Angeles Lakers. And you take a look at their box score here, and what lost them the game was turnovers. I mean, Austin Reeves had 5 turnovers, Luka Doncic had up 9 turnovers. And LeBron James, of course, didn't have his best night, only scoring 10 points and shooting 3 for 10 from the field. And DeAndre Ayton, he did his thing. I mean, you guys probably don't want me to talk about DeAndre Ayton, so I'll probably just leave him alone. But I'm sure that was refreshing for Suns fans to see that, they gave DeAndre Ayton the business. Having him match up against Mark Williams was definitely fun to watch. But overall, guys, it's just so impressive to see how this team continues to pull out wins on pure hustle and determination, because it is just such a refreshing thing to see from last year when they had Bradley Beal and Kevin Durant and Devin Booker there. And, it just looked like it's a total contrast in culture and just watching them play. And again, it's just nice to see that it overall, it just looks like they care more. You know what I mean? Like last year, it just didn't seem like anyone cared about winning. It didn't seem like anyone wanted to win basketball games. So overall, having this new culture, this new coach in Jordan Knott and setting this new culture has just been so I know I keep saying the word refreshing, but that's the only word I can say. It's so refreshing to see that people actually care about winning basketball games again. And you take a look at their upcoming schedule here, and it's definitely going to be a tough one here, guys, because I mean there's a lot of teams that we played in the past, like the Houston Rockets, which we did drop a game to, but hopefully we have a fully healthy team and we can make sure to pull out a win again. We have the Minnesota Timberwolves, who Colin Gillespie hit that amazing game winner against, and that's going to be another tough game in their own right, because the Minnesota Timberwolves actually sit at, I believe, the 6th seed right now. Yes, you can see they're 12-8. The Phoenix Suns are 13-9 right now, so got to make sure to get into that 6th seed spot. So make sure that we are not in the play-in and we can comfortably just go into the playoffs and play against that number 1 seed, which looks like the Oklahoma City Thunder right now, which is their 3rd game in this schedule here. And of course, we know how that Oklahoma City Thunder game went, which is, I mean, very fun game to watch in its own right. They gave the Thunder the business all in all. They really did. It was just super great to see that, the Oklahoma City Thunder just didn't blow them out in any right, because I didn't have the best feeling going into the Oklahoma City Thunder game. I was like, okay, they probably won't win. I mean, they're the best team in the NBA. They have historically great defense, but I know that they're going to give Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Chet Holmgren, Jalen Williams, who was coming back from his hand injury. I know they're going to give them the business, and they're going to absolutely make sure that it's not an easy win, and they're going to have to fight and grind for us. So that's the overall look at this schedule so far. I'm not too concerned about the Golden State Warriors right now. They're really not playing their best basketball. I think they sit at the 10th or 11th seed right now in the NBA, which is quite a surprise at this point. Oh, they're actually the 8th seed. Excuse me, guys. But they're 11-10 right now, and a lot of people didn't expect that from the Golden State Warriors this year. But I'm really not too concerned about them. And I think we don't need a fully healthy team to win these basketball games. As you can see from the Los Angeles Lakers win there. I mean, we had 3 key players out three starters that were probably going to play, but of course they didn't, and they're going to be out for, of course, an undiscerned amount of time, like Devin Booker and Jalen Green. But of course, Grayson Allen should be back for the next game. But yeah, overall, guys, this schedule it's going to be a hard one. It's going to be some hard wins, some hard games to fight through. But Houston, Oklahoma, Minnesota, those are probably going to be the toughest ones on this one. But Golden State, Los Angeles, really not too concerned about them. So overall, really think that this schedule is going to work out for them. And before we close up today's video, just had a little comment here from Colin Gillespie, who was talking to his teammates after he was hitting threes all night. He said that I really don't like to do that stuff. I don't know. I guess because I come from Villanova, and Coach Jay Wright would be ticked off if we were doing that, but I don't know. It's just one of those things where you get into the game and you rattle off a couple buckets in the row and you're talking to your teammates, and that was on his career high, 8 made threes. And Dylan Brooks said, sometimes I got to try to tell him to check out, but I think he just blacks out. And I think I would feel the same way if I hit 8 threes in an NBA game. I think I would black out a little bit and start talking a little smack to the opposing bench and get my teammates hyped up. But guys, that is going to do it for today's video. Huge win last night against the Los Angeles Lakers. Give me your thoughts and opinions down below about how you feel about the win last night and about this schedule coming up. And as always, guys, go Suns.